Today I'll be talking about why I dropped out of school to pursue trading, the ups and downs after I made that decision, and if I still believe that that decision was right for me or not. Stay tuned. So why was I willing to take such a risky decision, dropping out of school to pursue trading? First and foremost, for myself. I wanted to own my life, own my time. Second of all, I wanted to accomplish the dreams and goals, such as I want to have a nice house, I want to have a nice car. So that is the reason why I dropped out of school to pursue trading. I saw many people in the 9-to-5 realm, and they weren't really living the life of their dreams, despite them saying, if you be an engineer, this and this, you're going to get this, you're successful. If you be this, a doctor, you'll be successful. I've seen them, been around them, whether they're successful or not, but they're not living life on their own terms, and I wanted to live life on my own terms. Still believe in that and still going for that. Another thing was, I always believed you could go back to school at any time. School is always there, but your dreams don't wait for you. But school is always there. Opportunities, especially when it comes to chasing your dreams, don't wait for you. If you get the opportunity and you pass and you look the other way and think you'll come back later, conditions might have changed and times will have passed, and just environment and circumstances and everything will have changed. So I believed when I want to do something, I've got to begin doing it right now. I can't spare a second. I can't be wasting time. So that's why. So I always had this type of thing in my mind that, okay, even if I go and do it, worst case scenario is I must go back to school and then do whatever I do, study whatever I study in school, and then move on with my life and go into that career. So I felt I had nothing to lose by going into trading, but I had everything to gain. Of course, I didn't know the environment and the industry, how it works, but I was willing to take the risk. I've always been someone who's willing to take the risk, and I was always thinking long term. That's another thing. I always had looked at trading before I got into it as, if I can do this, by the time I'm 30, in my early 30s, 30, I can be earning good money, and that is when I'll need it, when I'll be starting a family, when I will need to have a family home, when I'll need to have cars to pick up my kids from school, drop them off, take my family on trips. That's when I'll be needing to make that type of money. So I didn't mind not having the money in my 20s, because I also looked at my 20s as it's a time to see what you like and what you don't like. And I still view it in that particular framework till today. In my 20s, it's a time to understand what I like and what I don't like, try out new things. And then by the time, obviously, going into my 30s, I'll know what I want, and we'll just double down on what I want and what I know how to do and what I've learned throughout my 20s. So I use my 20s as experiment years, if you may call them that. And the only thing I've been going through is experimenting on and trying out is trading. So of course I've had ups and downs. I've strategy hopped. I've done the whole lot of what is common in trading. I've strategy hopped. I've over leveraged. I've over risked. I've done it all. And mind you, this time when I started, it was in 2016 in my final year. Trading was not popular at all. It wasn't what people make it out to be like now. It was not popular at all. If you even said I'm a trader, no one even knew what you're talking about. Most people didn't know. I only bumped into one trader on my pursuit. This is another story for another day, but I only bumped into one guy who had even sold his car to get into trading because he believed it was a risk worth taking so that in the future he has a better life for him and his child. Same belief that I have, that it was a risk worth taking. I didn't need to make thousands of rands right now in my 20s, because for myself to buy sneakers, cakes, like You know what I mean? But I knew that when the money is needed, when I have a family and I need to provide, and provide with ease, and not be strangled by finances, that's when I'll be ready. So that's why I took it on. And what you call this thing, another thing was I also viewed it like, if I even said it to many people, my mindset's always been, try everything you can try out in your 20s when you have no obligations, no kids, no wife, no nothing. When it's easier, when whatever money you get, you can put it into whatever you're trying out, whether it's a business, whether it's trading. So that's how I always viewed it, because when you have a family, now many divorces are caused by people trying to chase their dreams when they have a wife, when they have kids, and your wife is now telling you that you're taking the money for the kids and you want to use it on chasing this trading thing or starting a new business, and then many divorces happen. So I looked at it like, I'm still single, I'm alone. All the money that I have, I can use it on myself and it won't have a negative impact on anyone. So I'm going hard, I'm going in. So that's also how I viewed it. So in my 20s, that's why I call them experiment years, because nothing in your 20s should be taken seriously, to be honest. People want to make it serious, like chase a 9 to 5, jump into a 9 to 5 as soon as possible. But I bet you, and 95% of those people, 90 to 95% of those people, when we're in our 30s, will be very unhappy with the way they rushed into life, the way things turned out for them, and the way they didn't take chances and take risks. So that's how I always looked at it, that I'm doing it now when no one's willing to do it now. Because especially in the country I live in, South Africa, where I'm from, people have this culture of everyone wants to rush into these retail jobs and even into junior positions, rush into them so that they can be like, I have a bit of cash, I work here, I get to go to party, so I didn't even care about that. I was like, I don't care if I don't go out to parties, I don't care if people get apprenticeships, get internships, get their jobs, and they feel like they're doing better than me right now in life. I'm playing the long game. I'm not playing the short game. I'm playing the long game. I was also looking, even call me conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I had this thought also in my mind that in the long run, this world you're going to need to make money, be able to make money online. And if you don't have that skill, you'll be fucked. Look at what happened in COVID. And I had already that mindset before COVID. And look what happened in COVID. Many people struggled during COVID because they couldn't physically go to their 9 to 5s. They had to find a way. So I already had that mindset, and to say the least, I'm grateful I've had that mindset. And it hasn't been the smoothest of rides. I've had my ups and downs. I've made money, lost money, blown accounts, all the sort. And do I regret the decision I made? No, I do not. I do not at all. I don't regret the decision that I've made. And the reason why I don't regret the decision that I've made is mainly because I believe in myself, first of all. I don't make decisions that I don't believe in. When I make a decision, I think it through all the time. And the moment I take the decision that I'm going to do such and such a thing, it means I fully believe that I can make it. I can do it. Every single day, I believe I can do anything I set my mind to, and I'm willing to pay the price for greatness, period. Of course, some people can say, if you've been doing something for so long, isn't that delusional if you're not getting the results you want to, you're not where you want to be in life? Because if you're not putting in the work, that's what I say. If you're not putting in the work, then that's delusional. But if you know honestly, you have to be honest with yourself, and you know honestly you're putting in the work, then I don't think it's a delusion at all. I think it's just a matter of time playing out, and once you go through the time putting in the work, you will get there. There's this saying that they always say that highly successful people that people wish they could be like, it's not that they're smart, but it's because they stuck it out through thick and thin. And when everybody gave up and all, they persevered and made it to the end. So the number one skill that they have is perseverance. They managed to persevere while putting in the work. So that's what I believe in myself. And obviously at the beginning, as I said, I was strategy hopping and doing all these things. And then at a certain point again, which was like maybe 3 years ago, I began to find an edge. I began to find progress and making some withdrawals sometimes blowing an account, sometimes giving back my profits, withdrawing the money, then depositing it back and losing it. But now as I've progressed as a trader in the last 3 years, from this date, I realized it was my psychology. Began realizing it a lot since last year, and now we're this year, and I've just been trying to work on my psychology. Last year was the first time I took on funded accounts and I passed some, but never managed to get a payout, but I passed them. That's when I began realizing that I can trade, I can do this, but I've got to fix my mind. I don't have a trader's mind, and that's what I've been working on right now. So it's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time, since 2016 and 2024. I'm still not a successful trader, but I'm getting there, and I believe I can get there. I believe wholeheartedly in my soul I have the ability to get there, and I'm still pushing, and we will get there. And that's also why I feel like I have to get onto YouTube. Is I feel like I must be accountable. I feel like sometimes working in the shadows, you don't have people looking up to you, don't have people resonating with you, and you don't have people to be accountable to. So you can make silly, stupid mistakes in the background, and no one's going to question you about that. So now I feel like that's the reason I have taken this opportunity to now make a YouTube account, so that I can document my process and journey, even if it's a bit late and many other things happen, but to document it so that you guys can share tips with me if there's something that I'm lacking in. If there's some value you guys get from me, I can impart some value to you guys and also help you guys on your journeys, and that we may grow together as a community so that we eventually all make it. I know I'm not the only one, and it takes guts and courage to come out and say, since 2016, it's now 2024, I've been doing this and I haven't found the success that I'm looking for. Because some people will look at me and think I'm a failure, but I know the work I'm putting in, and I know that I believe in myself and will get there, and I will continue putting in the work, and I will persevere until I get there. So all I'm saying, guys, is have a long-term mindset. Don't be distracted by people who work short-term goals. If you know that your goal, and one thing that helped me also was at the beginning of my trading, I coincidentally bumped into some trader. I won't mention his name, but he said it took him 6 years to get to where he is. So what happened in my mind automatically was I told myself I've got 6 years to make it. So that kind of helped me, because I didn't look at trading anymore as a get-rich-quick scheme. I knew you could make a lot of money in a short amount of time, but I didn't look at it as a get-rich-quick scheme. So that kind of helped me to go through the ups and downs, because I always had this long-term view of it. So I always say, guys, don't look at people who have short-term goals and ambitions, and when they're crushing them, you start thinking, hey, am I doing something wrong? Do I regret making this decision? Should I have changed my mind? No, you should not be worried, because the moment you got in to the decision you made that's connected to your goals and aspirations, you knew it was going to take time. So don't look at people who had short-term goals and they're achieving them and become worried, shaken, that why am I not? These people don't have goals the same as you, and you're not more than them, they're not less than you. You guys are all human beings, we're all human beings, and we all have different things we'd like to achieve in life. So with that being said, stay strong, guys. Let's keep going. And if you guys, and I'll be honest like this on all my videos, I'll be honest about it. I'll even tell you guys how I got into trading as we go through with making these videos, how I got into trading. I'll tell you guys about all about that, and give you guys a summary of the 8 years that I've been doing. So the 8th year I've been doing it, and I'll just break it down to you guys. What I aim to do on this channel is to be honest. I'm a person who likes being honest. I like honesty. As I said, that's why it takes guts and courage to be able to tell you guys that it's taken me 8 years and I'm here, and I'm still not where I would like to be. And I dropped out of school, and I don't regret the decision I made dropping out of school. I don't. So with that being said, guys, if you guys found value or got value from this video, If you think somebody else will get value from this video, if you like the honesty that I'm bringing to the trading world and the trading industry among traders, like this video, subscribe, and share it with anyone else who might be going through tough times as a trader, to show them that there's light at the end of the tunnel and that they are not alone. That's the most important part. They are not alone. They are not alone. Sometimes I feel like as traders we are isolated. We are isolated and we all think we are alone. We all have this hypothesis in our minds. It's like, it's in theory that we're not alone. Others are also going through it, but we never get to meet others who are going through it. So share this video, guys, like, subscribe, until we meet again.